Most of my students are from the local area, from Canoga Park. Most of them are English language learners. We're one of the few schools left, I guess, that has a music program within the school day. And I honestly believe that music and the other arts as well should be given to all kids, no matter what status, no matter if they can afford it or not. Some of my students have a hard time expressing themselves with words. I just want to see if I can use that connector of music, using similes to give them a chance to express their thoughts. Similes are comparisons between two things, and you use the word like or as. So, she was sneaky like a fox, going through a hole. And it just really makes you conjure up a picture of, a fox going through a hole and how sneaky this person could be. Class.
Yes, yes.
Class.
Yes, yes.
How are you doing?
Wow.
All right, let me bring this over here. As you can see, we are doing a lesson on who?
Duke Ellington.
What month is this?
February.
Which is what? What do we celebrate in February? Black History Month. The objective of this lesson, there's actually a few, to introduce jazz, introduce Duke Ellington as a pioneer of jazz, and also bringing in the connection of language arts in introducing what a simile is and how similes are a great tool to use for descriptive writing. I thought we would look at one person who's African American, who's done an amazing job helping the music of this particular genre just go leaps and bounds. So we're gonna be studying about him, and at the same time as we learn about him, we're gonna be looking at some language arts standards. And what is this word? Similes.
Ms. Letford is our music teacher, and she also works with our Gifted and Talented program. Mrs. Letford has really done an incredible job of not just being a music teacher, but teaching everything and starting to engage in how we can combine the different disciplines, bring together more what's happening, bring about higher level thinking among our students.
I don't know if I'm tricking them, but I'm sneaking in all these other aspects of learning underneath the music, so they're just eating it all up. All right, Duke Ellington, your author is Andrea Davis Pinckney, and your illustrator is Brian Pinckney. What does an illustrator do? He draws the illustrations, pictures, drawings, things like that. We're always fighting with vocabulary, and that our kids don't have the vocabulary that they should have by this age. So it could be difficult if they don't have the words to really compare. You ever hear of the jazz playing man, the man with the cats who could swing with his band? I read the book to them, and of course teachers always want to be that example of how they want their kids to do. I always try to be very lively. Years later, on a steamy summer night, Duke heard that umpty-dump sound played in a whole new way. Folks called the music ragtime. Piano that turned umpty-dump into a soul-bruising rum. Snap it out. And ascend with your hands, and up. And descend. Another difficulty could be just getting the creative juices flowing, So it's just fun to connect the music as an art to writing as an art. Up. And snap it out. I play the music throughout the book because it just does a great job just engaging multiple senses at the same time. So their visual sense, their auditory sense, I make them snap their fingers, so that's the tactile going on with the rhythm, so they're thinking about the rhythm and the beat. The more systems that are engaged, the more memorable the time is, and I believe the more learning happens. They grew to 12 musicians and changed their name to Duke Ellington and his orchestra. Night after night, they played their music, which was broadcasted live over the radio. Listen for your instruments. Listen for instruments that sound like something else. Snap it out. I promised myself two things, that no child will leave my classroom not knowing how to read, and no child will leave my classroom not knowing how to read music. So they read left to right, but they also read up and down, the pitch, and this is time. So they're doing two things at the same time.
The piano.
You heard the piano? Great.
Was there a trumpet?
Good. That was the main trumpets. And the trumpets were going how? What sounds were the trumpets making?
Hi.
High, okay, but they were going kind of like What were they pretending to be with that sound?
A train.
A train, okay, and we're about to see why. All right, so as this book goes on, we're going to be looking for similes. Who knows from maybe some past lessons, what's a simile? What's a simile, Brian?
Like something that you're comparing.
Good, something that you're comparing one thing with another. What are the two words that we normally use when constructing similes? Yes.
Like or as.
Like or as. Good. So as we look at the different musicians and how they're playing, you need to start listening for your similes, because then you're going to be concocting your own, okay? What does concocting mean?
Making.
Making. Good job. You're going to be making your own. I do use music to express myself, and I see my kids are starting to do that as well. All right. So with scatting, was she actually singing real words? No, she was singing what? Just different random sounds. So everyone scat to your partner. Bop-a-doop, boop, boop, bop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Do painted colors with the band sound. What do they mean by painted colors with the band sound? I'll take a quiet hand for this one. What do they mean? They painted colors with the band sound. Esmeralda?
They made beautiful sounds.
Okay, they make beautiful sounds, yes?
It was very nice.
Okay, good. If I have a trumpet playing and a flute playing, it sounds a particular way together. But what if I take away the flute and I add in a saxophone? Will it sound different? Yeah. Yes. So what if I have a color red and I put the yellow with it, and what new color will it make? Orange, right? If I put together different instruments, I can have a new sound. Good. So I love this artist because they do a great job with showing that. You see how he's making different colors with the sounds? Good. Now you've heard of the jazz playing man, the man with the cats who could swing with the band. King of the Kings, Piano Prince, Edward Kennedy Ellington, the Duke. Let's give a round of applause for Duke Ellington. Awesome. So after the book concluded, we really just looked at a few key quotes. First, to just being really descriptive sentences, and they had to create their own simile from that. Let's read this together. Here's a picture from the book, and then you and your partner have to concoct your own simile. Okay? ABC, read with me.
Sonny Greer pounded out the band of drum broke feet on the street with his snare drum.
Group work just helps them get their thoughts out, helps them with their speaking skills, helps them collaborate and take someone's idea, then build on it. So they gave us some great descriptive words, yes?
Yes.
Who can turn this into a simile with your partner? I think so. Okay, go. You can talk first before you start writing.
Should you write it down?
The drums or the guys?
Joe was playing his trombone like sliding smooth metallic gold.
Tigers? I don't think tigers are. Yeah.
You can use new words, like what is he playing? The drum. So you can even use, you can use drums. Mm-hmm.
Maybe the drum is smooth and steady as a subway when it goes through the street. The subway beat. What is the subway beat?
All right, about 30 more seconds for this one. All right, class, finish up your last one you're writing on. When I say class, they have to say yes, and they have to repeat it the same way that I say it. So that means they have to be listening and also give me a physical response. Class.
Yes.
All right, back on the carpet, facing me, please.
She is constantly having the students move back and forth between each other. So she'll use call and response, but then also have them coming back together, then also hearing individual responses. So there's a lot of variation, constantly changing to keep the students engaged.
You two share yours with them. You two share yours with them. And then you guys are gonna share yours with me. Okay? Quickly, because I want each pair to really hear what the other pairs are coming up with. So some pairs talk about the way the instrument looks, some pairs talk about the way the instrument sounds, and so they're pulling all these descriptive areas of the same thing. Adriana.
Joe Nanton was sliding his trombone like waves in the ocean.
Okay, Joe Nanton was sliding his trombones like waves in the ocean. Okay, good. So kind of like how the boat kind of slides on the waves. Cool.
Joe Nanton was playing like a sassy fox.
Ooh, sassy. Where'd you get that word from? The book. Good job. Way to use the vocabulary from the book. Awesome. Ivan?
Joe's sound was like flying up and down because of the tilt.
Okay. So what does tilt mean?
Like the
Curviness?
Okay, good. So he's kind of like curving his sounds, like, right? Awesome. Did you guys go yet?
Joe's trombone was sliding like the trees leaves in the wind.
Ooh, Joe's trombone was sliding like the trees leaves in the wind. Okay, so kind of going back and forth. Awesome. ABC, read with me.
James Morgan could make his trumpet wail like a man whose blues were deeper than the deep blue sea.
All right, he can make his trumpet what?
Deeper.
It can make his trumpet what?
Some low.
Wow. So also when you guys are going on in 6th grade and 5th grade, because I have a mixed class, very, very soon, making sure you're not just saying play. He played, he played, he played. Is this a great way to say he played? Yeah. Do you kind of hear him wailing out his trumpet? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so Alvaro and Esmeralda, quickly standing up. Okay, they're gonna just try to play for you whatever comes to mind. What do I call when a musician plays whatever comes to mind? Improvise. They're gonna just improvise, and they're not gonna play a song in our songbooks. They just have to improvise, and you have to write a simile from what's coming out of their instruments. What family is Esmeralda a part of? Her instrument?
Brass.
Brass. Same family as him? No. What family does his instrument belong to? Why?
You need a reed.
Because it has a reed. Good. Most of these kids came to me with no instrumental training, so I know anything that they can do, I had something to do with that.
I've been playing the trumpet for about 2 years now. At first I didn't know how to do it, but then she taught me. She gave me classes, and then I decided to play more this year.
Round of applause, please. Good job, good job. All right, and go. And class.
Yes.
Awesome. Anyone want to share? Anyone share? You can share about both of them. Yes.
I read a saxophone was like a dolphin jumping out of the water.
Oh, good. Do. Good. We can see it. Anyone else?
Alvaro's saxophone was like an imitation of a legato car horn.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. Legato car horn. What does the legato mean?
It means like it's smooth instead of like being...
Legato. Good job. All right. Anyone else? Berlin.
Esmeralda's tone was as deep as the ocean's floor.
Okay. Esmeralda's tone. So she was playing those low notes. Good. And if you're on the ocean floor, you're very what? Low. Good. Jacqueline.
Alvaro's saxophone was loud like the subway passing by.
Good. And I also reminds me, have you ever seen the people playing the saxophone next to the subway or something? Awesome. Okay. So from now on, when you write, especially when you write your stories or your adventure stories or your persuasion essays or something like that, or whatever your main teacher has you writing, who's going to be writing with similes? You all should be writing with similes. And I suggest that you pick up this book. The most rewarding thing about education is just knowing that you're impacting the future. Teaching is amazing. It's amazing being in a position of watching children come in September and watching them leave in June, knowing that they've grown and that they've developed in certain areas that will stay with them for the rest of their life.